Brett, yeah, again, Boise State picked to win the division, and as David said, obviously you guys haven't done it the last 2 years. So what are your thoughts when you see that kind of recognition, despite the fact what has happened the last 2 years?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's nice to be picked first to win it, but like David said, it's preseason, and we've been picked to win it for how many years now? So we haven't got it done the last couple of years. So I mean, really, that's all white noise at this point.
Seems like there's a big emphasis for you guys, though, right? The division, you guys are kind of putting that emphasis on that this year.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's definitely the first goal, is to win the Mountain Division. And, once we do that, we can focus on winning the conference. But, first and foremost, we got to win our division, and we have a very tough division, so it's going to be tough.
With I don't know if you're a chip on the shoulder guy, but obviously, you're the two-time, all-conference quarterback, and Allen was a preseason pick. Is that something that motivates you, or is that something you don't care about?
No, not really. I mean, honestly, the most disappointing news for me today was knowing that we weren't going to go to Topgolf tonight. But
oh no.
Yeah, I didn't even hear about all the preseason picks until we got down here. But no, I mean, he definitely deserves that, and he's a great player. So and we both should have good years, and I'm looking forward to that.
But is there any way that other players kind of make you elevate your game, though, maybe, I suppose?
I wouldn't say so, no. I mean, I try to focus on my own game, and, especially when it's someone on my side of the ball, I'm not going to see him at all, throughout the year. So I'm not going to have to be worried about him. We have to worry about his friend Wingard.
What do you make of it? I mean, he's getting a lot of hype and stuff, though, obviously. And like Dave said, you are the two-time defending first-team quarterback. How do you kind of look at all the hype surrounding him, I guess, and kind of people kind of forgetting about you going into the season?
Yeah, I mean, he definitely deserves it. So, he's a big-time player, big-time arm. So, like I said, I don't really worry about that a whole lot, and worry about, what people pick, especially in the preseason, because I think once you get into the season and once Game 13 hits, whoever deserves to be first team will be first team.
What about Sed not getting on? Do you think that'll kind of fire him up, or were you kind of surprised that Sed didn't get on there?
Yeah, I mean, I was a little bit surprised, but I think Sed kind of has the same demeanor as I do. He doesn't really pay a whole lot of attention to that stuff, and just kind of keeps his head down, and stays working, and he lets his play do the talk.
With you guys, San Diego State, a team that has been a rival for Boise State, but obviously you haven't been able to play against them, and they're the preseason pick, and obviously do get to play them this year. How excited are you guys to face that team and be able to play those guys again?
Yeah, it'll be fun. I mean, like you said, I haven't been able to play them my first 2 years, so that'll be a challenge for sure. I think we're at San Diego State too, so we're looking forward to that game, and they've been at the top of the division or the top of the conference for the last 2 years, so getting a shot at them will be good.
Not just San Diego State, but there's a couple rivals back on the schedule, Fresno State as well, Nevada. I don't know, a chance to partake in those rivalry games and a little bit of history there. That's something that excites you at all?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, definitely the Fresno State game, there's been a lot of history between, I think, Boise State and Fresno State, so that'll be a fun one for sure to get them back on the schedule. And then like I just said, SDSU winning the conference the last 2 years, you want to be in their position, so it'll be good to get a shot at them as well.
Have you heard the American Conference, they coined the Power 6 term? I don't know if you heard about that, and obviously the Mountain West is part of that group of five with them. I don't know if you heard that. What was your reaction, and also where do you think the Mountain West stacks up as a group of five?
I actually hadn't heard that, but I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense for them, but no, I don't really pay attention to a whole lot of that stuff. We're in the conference that we're in. I think it's a great conference, and I'm looking forward to competing with all these schools this year, so it'll be fun.
Usually when you slap the Bronco logo on, you travel with 70 to 100 dudes, and it's just you, David, and Coach. So how's this a little bit different?
Well, we flew commercial, and David had some trouble getting through security. That was an issue at first, but no, it was good, and just having us two down here, and Coach Hars, he'll be down here later today, I think. So, it'll be fun. We're gonna have a good time, and it'll be a good couple of days before we start fall camp.
Either of you guys get